All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cunningham to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got room. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Cunningham. And the Eagles are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Greystone, travel. Go. Hey, echo. Sit.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, I 7.
Looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. We want this. SOS.
And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm ready.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Haywood. I got.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
80 weapons.
Sony Michel, his first carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Philip Dorsett by himself, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Harris. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Coming to you, coming to you.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Patriots' 48-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Blair. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 30. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Gotta know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That's taken in by Callaway. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run with Harris. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 5. He completes it to Boyd. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's swinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. Hey, box truck. AP Gator.
Let's see what you got. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 21 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Harris, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Cunningham. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Cunningham looking to throw. And he's going to go down again.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
An 11-yard loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it's going to be third down and forever.
Brings up third down.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
64. Hey, Delta. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
61, Max Fox, lights. Hey, Charlie. 5.
Back to throw here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here we go.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is caught. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 9 now. He gets this one to Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Switch! Bang, 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 bang.
On the ground is Michel. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be...
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Double dog. That's the way.
Now Cunningham. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing again. Cunningham. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for